what I've got going on today is this. This is the game plan. We have bought our grain wagon up here along with the auger. So I will load our truck that holds 500 bushels. Jeffrey will take that down to the farm, dump it in the bin, and that takes about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes round trip for him to do that. So while he is doing that, I will load the wagon and then the combine. So then he will get back, dump the wagon into the truck. The wagon holds about 200 bushels. The combine holds a bit over 200 bushels. While he's dumping the wagon, I'll unload the combine, make another round, load that on him. So that way we can keep moving. We should not be sitting still much by doing it this way. So we'll see how that plays out, how it works. But in theory, it should work well, and we should get a lot accomplished today. So we'll see. This morning I am replacing the cab air filters. I have blown this out many times, but I'm sure there's some fine particles in here that I'm just not getting out. But soybean dust is horrible. Not sure if you can see that, but that's just a solid wall of dust in there. I've already dropped this on the ground once to get the majority of it that's stuck to it, but this is the old filter, so we're getting rid of that one, putting a new one in. Now inside of that cab air filter, there's a system in there that's supposed to help blow this dust out before it reaches the filter, but this thing just fills with dust. It's supposed to blow through here and exhaust it at the bottom, but because of this soybean dust being so thick, it fills up at the bottom before it is able to blow it out of there. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's just horrible. Alright, here is the new filter. Let me write today's date on it. And combine hours. This filter is behind this door here, right outside of the cab. There's a plastic cover that goes around it, but it just goes up inside of here. And then the cover goes on here like this. And that is that. There is another filter here inside the cab behind the buddy seat. I have replaced that one. I got that one replaced before I decided to turn the camera on. Alright, the air conditioner should work wonderful now, at least for the first 4 or 5 hours before the new filter gets filled with dust. But I don't think we're going to need the air conditioner today. Temperature right now, I think in the mid 50s, high of low 60s today. Frost advisory tonight. A bit breezy out here and chilly, so I think fall is here. I think our warm weather is done. But our weather is not what I've heard from others around the country and around the world. My best friend from Finland sent a picture to me this morning from his front window. He had a couple inches of snow on the ground there. That's normal for them in Finland. But I say inches, I guess I'm supposed to be saying centimeters. He had numerous centimeters of snow on the ground in front of his house this morning. Snow is still a ways off for our area. The earliest snow I have seen here is measurable snow has been Veterans Day. That's been probably 30 years ago now, but Veterans Day one year we did have an inch or two of snow on the ground. That's the earliest that I have ever seen snow. Hopefully that doesn't happen this year. All right, let's get this combine started and get rolling here. As most of you can see, I do not have a yield monitor in my combine, so I have to do it the old-fashioned way, the guesstimate way. So I know how many soybeans the tank holds, how many bushels it holds, and because of our small fields, I kind of know what the acreage is in the fields, and I have certain points within the field that I know is halfway or a third of the way or whatever. So before I finish a field, I can usually tell what the yield is. So anyhow, I had a reference point in this field that I'm in now. I knew how many bushels I had at this reference point. So I told my guy who is planting wheat, he has the GPS in that tractor, counting the acres. So I told him when he got to this reference point to let me know how many acres it was that he had planted, and then I knew how many bushels it was. So to make a long story short, 75 bushels to the acre is what we're averaging. That is just unbelievable. I don't think I have ever done that on this many acres before. Yes, occasionally you'll hit it on a small field, 5 acres here or there, and hit 75 bushels. But to do it on, this is a 40-acre field, one of the larger fields that I have. To do it on a 40-acre field, to average that for us is pretty damn good. My wife and I will be taking a trip to Australia and New Zealand this winter. We'll be taking off about 3.5 weeks, I guess. Of course, my daughter is a bit disappointed that she cannot go along with us. This is her senior year of high school, and there's no way she can miss that much school. This coming winter, it's just my wife and I headed off to Australia. With a stopover in Fiji. We will spend one night in Fiji. I've never been to Fiji, so I said, what the hell? Let's stop in Fiji overnight. We'll spend a couple days in Sydney, Australia, tour around there. Then we're getting on a cruise ship for 14 days before we end up in Auckland. And then we'll spend a couple of nights in Auckland before flying back to the States. We've got just about everything planned except for Auckland. What I would like to do in Auckland is get outside of the city. Get into the country, maybe stay at a bed and breakfast on a farm somewhere. I'm really not familiar with the area, don't know where to start looking, but once harvest is done, we will start looking for a place to stay. But all of our flights have been booked. The cruise has been booked. We do have to make some decisions on what we will do at the different port stops while on the cruise. Not sure if you can see what I'm seeing, but it ain't much that I can see. Luckily, I do not have a problem with rocks in this field, so I don't really have to be concerned about rocks getting on the header. But the problem I am having are some groundhog holes, and if the header hits it just right, it's going to fill up with dirt, and then soybeans start pushing ahead, and before you know it, you've got a huge pile of soybeans pushing ahead of you that you can't see until it's too late. It's not too bad going this way. The sun is behind me, but when I turn around and come back the other way where that sun is hitting the glass, yeah. It's just like a blind person walking through the streets of New York. Have never been to Australia and New Zealand before, so we are really looking forward to this. I'll be able to cross it off my bucket list. And I do keep a bucket list, by the way. It is on my phone. I update it occasionally as I think of new things I want to do.